What's going on, everybody? It's your man Raadius, and welcome back to the Supreme Drop List. That is right, we are on week 11. Drop one of clues bombs for that. Thank you guys for tuning in to another special week of the Supreme Drop List. And if you listen to the intro, that's a good idea of what is dropping this week. If you have been living under a rock and you don't know what is dropping this week, please lift that rock and get it the fuck out of here, because this week's drop, in my opinion, arguably one of the greatest Supreme drops ever, or in a very long time. I mean, a very long time. There has been numerous Supreme drops over the year, but I really feel like this drop is top of the line. So this week's drop, more importantly, the entire drop, I should say, is none other around collaborated times, bringing in, ushering in, whatever word I'm trying to figure out to use is with JUNYA Watanabe. If you do not know who JUNYA Watanabe is, you do know what this is. So if you've seen this image before, you're probably wondering, where does it come from? That's June, that's right. Comme des Garçons. Everybody knows it's the heart with the eyes. That is the brand, the fashion label he's most famous for. He has his own line. It's JUNYA Watanabe Man, and this is the collaboration with Supreme. Now, Supreme is known for various collaborations over the years, but in my opinion, I think their collaborations with the Japanese fashion houses are probably the best they have ever done. And this one with June is at the top of the iceberg. Like, I don't think it gets any better than this unless you do collaboration with Neighborhood again, and that's really good collaboration. Or if you go with Bape, or if you go with Human Made, I mean, there are tons. Mastermind, White Mountain Engineering. There are tons of Japanese brands out there that are at the peak of their game that I wish Supreme would work with. I am so glad this June one has popped up pretty much out of nowhere. The majority of this week's drop is the June drop, and there are tons of stuff. I'm gonna be dropping so many bombs on this release. It's gonna be nuts, you guys. Trust me, you're gonna wanna cop everything. Well, after you see the prices, I don't know if you're gonna wanna cop everything, because it is kind of pricey on some of these things, but it is worth it. I mean, it's JUNYA Watanabe, okay? It is, man, it is a crazy, crazy drop. I mean, June is so important to the game. I mean, Kanye made a song about him off of Donda. He didn't make a song, he made 2 songs. He made a Junya and a Junya Part 2. Kanye. And we know how important Kanye is to the game. So just imagine how important June is to the game when Ye is over here making not 1 but 2 tracks about him. So that's how big this drop is. So with that said, and enough of me rambling about JUNYA Watanabe, let's go ahead and talk about this week's drop. So if you look to my left, those are the drops that are happening this week. Of course, Supreme drops happen every Thursday. That's 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And of course, I get all my information from supremecommunity.com. No, I am not affiliated with them. But when it comes to the drops, information, price, pictures, all of that jazz, I trust these folks. All the information is up to date, and of course you can get your info from other sites, other blogs, other Instagram pages, whatever social media that you use. But me personally, I prefer supremecommunity.com. So now with that said, let's go ahead and talk about one of the best drops to happen in years with Supreme. So the very first thing we have dropping for this week is the Supreme x JUNYA Cdg Hooded Sweatshirt. This is gonna cost you $178. I told you earlier we're dropping bombs on a lot of these things. This is the first one. Drop one of clues bombs for this. This hoodie is fire. It is so dope. First thing I noticed about this hoodie is I believe this hoodie is a bit different than the normal hoodies that come from Supreme based on the shape. So I definitely like the shape of this hoodie. I like the colors that they use, but they have that floral print one and that soft peach color that's so good, man. I also do like the black one, and that blue with the red is fire too. But yeah, hoodie is dope. This is gonna again cost you $178. The next thing we have here is the Supreme x JUNYA Watanabe Cdg Patchwork Puffy Jacket. This is gonna cost you $648. I mentioned bombs, right? Drop one of clues bombs for this, because this is another banger in my opinion. Wow, this is dope. Really, really pricey, but the patchwork on the front and the back is just top-notch quality. JUNYA, he doesn't miss. If you haven't realized by now, he doesn't miss. Moving on to the next item, we have the Supreme x JUNYA Nature Tee. This is gonna set you back $54. And then we have a keychain. We have the Supreme times Junya Cdg Bug keychain. Retail on this is $32. Now moving on to a pair of pants. This is the Supreme times Junya Cdg Patchwork cargo pants. This is gonna go with your patchwork jacket. I'm not a fan of the big cargo type pants. This is gonna set you back $398. Now moving on to a non-Junya collaboration item, we have the small box LST. This is gonna run you $68. And then moving on to, and I kid you not, this is real. This is really real. It's a log. Yes, the Supreme times Duraflame Fire log. That is right, Supreme's collaborating with the guys that keep your house warm during the winter. This is gonna set you back $40. This is legit. This is really dropping. Check for it. Now back to Junya. Let's talk about it. Supreme times Junya Watanabe Patchwork Backpack. Man, bombs. Drop one of Clue's bombs for this one. Man, this is dope. I'm really feeling the color scheme that we have here. So I'm so happy this is dropping. This is not your standard backpack, obviously. This is really dope. I really wish I could cop this, but that price is really out of my range for a backpack. We're talking about $200. Now moving on to the wool S logo 6 panel. This is gonna cost you $58. Then back to Junya, we have the Supreme times Junya Cdg Gore-Tex Denim Parka. Not much of a fan when it comes to parkas, especially denim. This is cool, nevertheless. This is gonna cost you $348. Moving on to the Supreme times Junya Brush Camo Sweater. I think this is fire. This is gonna cost you $248. And then we have the Supreme times Junya Watanabe Printed Work Jacket. I'm a fan of graphics printed on the back of apparel. I've been saying that for many, many years. I think this is really cool. Not really for me though, because I'm not really a big work jacket fan, but this is gonna cost you $328. Then moving on to some sweatpants that are gonna go with that hoodie. Oh my gosh, this is fire. We have the Supreme times Junya Watanabe sweatpants. This is gonna cost you $168. These are fire. It's gonna go perfect with the hoodie. That's what it's made for. Drop one of these bombs for this one as well. Trust me, trust me, trust me. I'm dropping bombs on all the legit items for this week's drop. Moving on to a t-shirt, Supreme times Junya Watanabe Bug Tee. This is gonna cost you $54. Out of the 2 tees that are dropping this week, this is my favorite. And moving on to a hooded sweatshirt, we have the Supreme times Junya Zip Up Hooded Sweatshirt. This is gonna cost you $228. I think this is pretty cool. I'm not really a big fan of all the different color schemes going on the hooded sweatshirt, but nevertheless, I do think it's gonna be a hot item to pick up. Now moving on to a 5-panel hat, we got the Supreme times Junya Nature 5-panel hat. This is gonna cost you $48. Now we have the Supreme times Junya Watanabe Stripe SS Top. Retail on this, $98. And then we have a hat, non-Junya related. We have the Celtic Knot Camp Cap. This is gonna cost you $48. I think this hat is pretty dope. I was able to pick up the Celtic Knot Supreme deck, which is sitting on my wall right here. You guys cannot see that, but maybe I'll put a photo up so you guys know what it looks like. Yeah, cop that. So moving on to the next item, we have the Supreme times Junya Watanabe beanie. This is gonna cost you $40. And then we have the Supreme times Junya Printed Work Pants to go with your work jacket. Again, not a big fan of the work jacket, neither are the pants. I'm gonna pass on that, but it will cost you $188 if you decide to buy it. Now moving on to another Supreme Junya Collab Nature shirt. This is gonna cost you $188. And then we have the Supreme times Junya Watanabe Gore-Tex Denim Pants. This is gonna run you $288. And then the last 2 items for this week's drop, we have the Supreme times Junya Watanabe Cdg Scott Leather Peacoat. This is gonna run you $868. And then the last item we have, not Junya related, and this is just the Snowflake Crochet. And last week I effed up and I said Crockett. It's crochet, I'm sorry you guys. Crochet Crusher. This is gonna cost you $66. And that wraps up this week's drop. Crazy, crazy drop. One of the best drops in recent years by Supreme. Let's go ahead and try to get into the highly difficult, because there's so much heat, cop and resell of the week. All right, people, we are back. We're gonna talk about the cop and resell of the week. You know, usually when I do these cop and resales of the week, they're pretty easy because Supreme has been kind of lacking lately, in my opinion. This week, as I mentioned, is just pure flames. It's just fire all over the damn place. This one was actually kind of difficult to figure out. A lot of great items on here. You really can't go wrong with anything from the drop. But with that said, I was able to pick 2 items. So for me, in my opinion, the cop for this week goes to the Cdg Hooded Sweatshirt. Retail on this is $178. I dropped a bomb earlier. We will drop another one again. Drop one of these bombs for this because that's how fire this is. I'm really digging this hoodie because for me, I love the regular Supreme hoodies. This does not look like that regular Supreme hoodie. The cut on this one looks quite different. To me, it looks more like the Yeezy Gap cut. And again, I could be wrong. It could just be the pictures, but I'm really feeling the cut on this. It looks a little bit more slimmer versus the more baggier version the Supreme hoodies are normally known for. All the colorways are fire. My favorite probably has to be that blue one, or it might be like a royal blue or purple with the red Supreme JUNYA WATANABE man logo right here. And then also my next one is probably that light brown floral print one. So yeah, that's my cop of the week. Let's talk about the resale of the week. And that's gonna go to the Cdg Patchwork Puffy Jacket. Retail on this one is $648. It's worth it. It's dope. The patchwork. Drop one of those bombs for that. You know what? I don't think I ever dropped so many bombs on a release for Supreme. This might be the pinnacle of all the bombs I dropped. I probably dropped about maybe 7 or 8 bombs. And that's unheard of for me. But that's how dope this drop is. So anyways, though, the patch Cdg jacket, it is fire. It's gonna run you $700, but it's definitely worth it. I'm sure if you're trying to resell that jacket, you're gonna get your money back and some. That's how dope it is. Plus, it's a classic item by Junya. You can hold on to this and keep this for many years to come. Not only will you be able to stunt on people years to come, but you could probably flip this jacket for more than what you paid for years to come. So that's how dope that jacket is. And that's gonna wrap up this cop and resale of the week. All right, people, that's gonna wrap up this week's amazing, Maxim, gray, huge, freaking, I'm just trying to find the words to describe this week's collaboration with Junya. Thank you guys for watching, definitely appreciate it. If you really did appreciate this video, go ahead and please give me a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to this channel, I don't understand why. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you, I appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, that is at Raadius with 2 A's. Comment below as well of what you thought about this week's drop. And if you're gonna cop anything, man, there's just so much dropping for this week. It's crazy, it's crazy. It's gonna be a tough one. Everything's gonna sell out from here. You might get lucky with a few items that you're trying to cop because others are going for other items that they're looking for. But man, good shit, Supreme, good shit, Supreme. Do expect next week's drop to be complete shit. Expect it to be complete shit. Trust me. This is the thing about Supreme. They have a really good drop, a really good drop, and the next week is trash. So I definitely expect next week to be trash. With that said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time on Sunday. You know how I do, 2 videos a week. 2 videos a week. All right, you guys. Peace.